We are in this thing putting out quality work every day. Videos, lives, shorts. Come holler at that hashtag TWT. Now, listen. I love this fight. Okay, Frank Martin versus Michel Rivera is a very entertaining, very highly anticipated fight. Anybody that knows either one of these fighters, if you are a diehard fan, you should know them both. They're scheduled to fight this weekend, this Saturday on the 17th of December 2022. And I want to make this video totally about Frank Martin, and then I'll make a video about Riviera, and then I'll make a small video about my stance and prediction, basically. But this video, I want to talk more about the things that Frank Martin is good at. I want to talk about what Frank Martin needs to do and what he can't do in order to win this fight. Let me start off by saying Frank Martin is one of the best fighters that's at 135 pounds. He's 16-0, and he's just somebody that hasn't had the spotlight as much as other fighters. But the man's 16-0. He has power. He has 12 knockouts. He only fought for 70 rounds total. He's a 75% knockout artist. He's a southpaw, okay? He's 5'8". I know it looks like he's really short, but he says it's listed as 5'8" in BoxRec. And he has a 68-inch reach, which is very short. 68 inches is kind of short as far as reach goes when you're talking about somebody that's 5'8". Okay, but he's already had some notable wins, and he's already fought a few names, being that he's only had 16 fights. And I made a video a little while back, probably a couple months back, saying that Frank Martin is probably going to have the best resume at 135 pounds, meaning the best resume of competition when he was fighting at that weight class of 135 pounds. I think it's going to go down. You know what I mean? Like, and in the next few years, even if he moves up, he's still going to have the best 135-pound resume, because people are going to treat him like he's, Muhammad Ali's son or something like that, just because he's Earl Spence's fighter. But let me just get on to it. He's a great boxer. In my opinion, Frank Martin is an inside fighter. I believe that's where he does his best work, and honestly, it's weird, but that's where he's comfortable at. A lot of people, it's hard for them to fight on the inside, being that he has a shorter reach. Like I'm saying, the 68 inches, he likes to fight. Every time he gets on the inside, or every time he's opponent throws a punch at him and they miss and they end up closer to Frank than they was in the beginning, she's gonna shoot you off at least a 3-piece. Minimum 3-piece spicy is what you're going to get. He'll sometimes hit you off with a 5-piece combination, and everything, its hooks is powerful. It's to the body, it's to the head. He gets around your guard very intelligently. Another one of his strong suits is that how fast, like he's a patient fighter. He can be patient, being that he's, sometimes a shorter fighter, and he has the shorter reach of a lot of fighters that he fight against, he's up against. He's very patient, but how fast he switches from patience to ferociousness is very impressive. I know a lot of people say people switch from offense to defense fast. His offense is ferocious. I'm not just talking about regular offense. I'm talking about some vicious offense. And I'm not talking about just defense. I'm talking about patience. Do you understand the difference? He's a patient fighter. When you get close, he is a piranha. The man is vicious he's patient the whole time. As soon as you make that mistake, 3-piece spicy, fast, hard, quick, accurate. Now, when you look at his last fight versus Martinez, a lot of people was like, he was getting hit a lot. He looked bad versus Martinez. To be honest, people need to remember that Martinez or him, both, in my opinion, had little time to prepare for each other. I believe Frank Martin had an opponent that slipped out and then Martinez came in, or vice versa, something like that. But regardless, if Martinez only had 9 days or 2 weeks to prepare for Frank Martin also had the same amount of time to prepare for him, and that's what it was. Frank Martin had another opponent, which was his height and a little smaller than him actually, and then he came out fighting somebody bigger than him. So he did not have time to prepare for the taller fighter. I believe Jackson Martinez is 5'10". He's listed as 5'10" with a 69.5-inch reach. Okay, so he is 2 inches taller than Frank Martin, and he has a longer reach, 1.5 inch longer reach. All right, Michel Rivera. He has a 71-inch reach. He's 5'9", so he's taller than Frank, but his reach is even longer than Martinez's. Okay, so that's something to take into account as well. He has 3-inch reach advantage, and if you're a good boxer, you can do something with a 3-inch reach advantage. Okay, so being that he is a very patient fighter, when he sees his chance, he pounces on it. He's ferocious with his combination. He doesn't think twice either. He doesn't. It's not a lot of hesitation when it comes to Frank Martin. Those things that I'm mentioning for a reason, because I think it's going to help him in his game versus, Michel Rivera. Being that he's patient, he's going to need that, because sometimes Rivera would bore you to death with a jab and then hit you with something spicy himself. All right, and he doesn't mind throwing combos either. What's going to help Frank Martin in this fight is his defense. The fact that he has a very strong high guard, and because he's of his size and stature, and how he holds his hands, his arms, and his stance in general in boxing, is very hard to get to his midsection. And being that, a big part of reason why his defense is good is because he moves his feet. Not just his head. He does slip and bow and duck under punches. He does that, but he moves his feet. He moves his feet defensively and offensively. The man moves forward when he throws combinations, and they're precise. Like that is what's going to be needed to beat somebody as long as Rivera. Rivera looks like he's a welterweight to me. He's always looked a little thick to me. He's always looked broad-shouldered and all of that. Frank Martin is a muscular, stocky dude himself. You know what I'm saying? It's going to tell for a great fight. I believe, Michel Rivera is a orthodox fighter, and Frank Martin is a southpaw. This is going to be a beautiful fight, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, whoever wins this fight, I think, should get a title fight very soon. If not versus Tank, versus somebody, or a vacant real title fight, since Tank doesn't have a real title like people say. Either way, I'm with it. I don't care. I think both of these fighters are in the top 10 easy at 135 pounds, and they could be top 5. We just don't know yet. But seeing that both of these fighters are ranked, both of them are the goods, they just haven't got the spotlight yet. This right here is a very, very important fight for them both. Whoever loses this fight isn't going to be going for a title fight anytime soon, in my opinion. I believe that it's going to take them. Matter of fact, no, it's not, because being that Devin Haney has all the titles, when they become vacant, it's going to be a lot of opportunity for people to pick up those vacant titles. But 135 is coming together, ladies and gentlemen. We got Shakur Stevenson moving up. We got a lot of good fighters, as well as good fights just waiting in the wings to be made. Okay, man, you got Shakur Stevenson is going to be top 5 in these sanctioning bodies when he move up, if they didn't already put him there. You got both of these fighters top 5. You got the champion secondary or not secondary that's at 135. You got Raymond Mortalia at the 130. It's a lot of names at 130. You got names coming up. This is 135 is about to be a very busy division. Just like 140, ain't nobody safe at either one of them divisions right now. This right here is going to be a fight that I'll probably sit down with popcorn and eat, very relaxed, because this right here is going to be a highly entertaining fight. Um, what Frank Martin cannot do is be laxed in this fight. I hope that he knows how important this fight is, because it seems like his opponent is talking more about Tank than he is Frank Martin. What I did hear him say is that Frank Martin is good. I'm just better than him at everything, and I don't agree with him. I really think that him and his team need to reevaluate what's going on to make this an even better fight. But I see that it's a very it's a pick 'em fight. It is a 50-50 fight. I am favoring Martin, but we will see. Like I said, tune in for my prediction video. I'm probably going to make it on Friday. It's not going to be a very long video. It's going to be pretty short. And tomorrow I'll probably drop a video about Rivera. What y'all think about these fights? Who do you think is going to be the victor? And always like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.